Before I go through this question, I'm just going to quickly look at how we can change from a fraction to a decimal to a percentage. I'm going to use as an example the fraction 1/8. So 1/8, this line here means division. So this actually means 1 divided by 8. And I can do that as a calculation. 1 divided by 8. 8's into 1, well, doesn't go. So 0 there, decimal point, add a 0, 8 into 10 goes once, carry 2, add another 0, 8's into 20, well that's twice into 16, but carry 4, 8's into 40, well that is 5 times exactly. So the decimal equivalent, if I can use the equal sign, the decimal equivalent of 1/8 is 0.125. And to get from a decimal to a percentage is really easy. All we need to do is multiply the decimal by 100. So 0.125 as a decimal is equivalent to 12.5%. So using this method, you will always be able to convert from fraction to decimal to percentage. But let's look at the actual question that we were given. We had to compare 3/4, 65%, and 14/20. Lots of different ways you can do this. Let's look at 65% to start off with. Now 65%, if I wanted to show that as a fraction, percentage means out of 100, so that would be 65 out of 100. Let's have a look at 3/4. Could I get 3/4 to be something over 100? Well, if I multiply the denominator by 25, I'd get 100. So I'll do the same to the top. 3 times 25 is 75 over 100. So already I can see that 3/4 is bigger than 65%. And the final fraction is 14/20. So again, I can see that I can easily get from 20 to 100 by multiplying by 5. So creating an equivalent fraction but with 100 as the denominator. So I now know that 14/20 is 70%. 70 over 100, which is also 70%. So 75 over 100 is 75%. You can keep going if you needed to, but I think we'll just leave it at that. We can see that the smallest out of these is going to be 65%, so putting them in order, smallest first. The second smallest was 14/20. And the largest proportion here was our 3/4. And that's your answer.